Throughout this past season and the early stages of the playoffs, a superstar has emerged in the Big Apple. This superstar is none other than New York Knicks guard Jalen Brunson.
He's got 26 points working on 13 shots. He got fouled and he put it in. Jalen Brunson blossoming.
I thought he was all NBA last year. I thought he was an all-star last year. They didn't give it to him, and he's come back with a vengeance.
On August 31st, 1996, Jalen Marquise Brunson was born in Lincolnshire, Illinois. Since his father, Rick Brunson, was a professional basketball player, Jalen dreamt of playing in the NBA as well. He attended Stevenson High School and stood out immediately. He was a five-star recruit and was viewed as one of the top guards in the nation. He eventually committed as a five-star to Villanova. Brunson started 39 of 40 games as a freshman and was a big part of their success in the 2015-2016 season. Led by Josh Hart, the Wildcats went 35-5 and went on to win a national championship in March Madness. The following season, Hart and Brunson were great again, and Donte DiVincenzo emerged as a very solid player as well. Unfortunately, they fell short and lost in the round of 32. Hart was drafted after the 2016-2017 season, but that didn't slow down the Wildcats. With their new big three, Brunson, DiVincenzo, and Mikal Bridges, Villanova went on another run. Led by a 31-point performance in the national championship game by DiVincenzo, the Villanova Wildcats took down the Michigan Wolverines in the Natty and won a second Jalen Brunson championship. After winning his second title, Jalen Brunson entered the NBA draft. With the 33rd overall pick, the third pick of the second round in the 2018 NBA draft, the Dallas Mavericks selected Jalen Brunson. The Mavericks had already acquired Luka Doncic, a more highly touted guard prospect, in the first round. In addition, Dallas had drafted a young point guard, Dennis Smith Jr., in the first round the previous year. Therefore, the role left for Jalen Brunson was minimal. In his rookie season, Brunson only started 38 out of 70 games, averaged 28.8 minutes on the floor, and put up 9.3 points per game. In his sophomore season, Brunson's role only became smaller, and his odds of ever becoming an established starter seemed somewhat bleak. In his third season in Dallas, Jalen Brunson earned the Mavs six-man role. He did a great job in the role he was given. While only getting 25 minutes and 9.2 field goal attempts per game, Brunson managed to score 12.6 points per game. Following the 2020-2021 season, Brunson came in fourth in voting for Sixth Man of the Year. Brunson's impressive 2020-2021 season was enough to earn him a spot in the starting lineup the following season. Nevertheless, the offense still ran through Luka Doncic and Kristaps Porzingis, limiting Brunson to only 12.8 field goals per game and 16.3 points per game. Jalen Brunson found ways to make an impact without shooting as much as others, and in his contract year, he set new career highs in assists, rebounds, and steals. Entering free agency, Brunson was expected to go to the New York Knicks. That was because they needed a guard and his father was on their coaching staff. Brunson had noted on multiple occasions that his father was incredibly influential and impactful in his basketball journey. Therefore, if the Knicks were to make a decent offer, Brunson was expected to take it. Sure enough, the Knicks and Brunson reached an agreement. However, they did so before the legal tampering period had begun. The NBA penalized the Knicks by removing their second-round selection in the 2025 draft. This was some form of punishment, yet it was only a slap on the wrist. Had the league known what a star Brunson was to become in New York, the punishment would have seemed outrageously mild. In the 2022-2023 season, the Knicks offense ran through Jalen Brunson along with Julius Randle. Now that Brunson was one of the stars of the show, we saw a 37.5% increase in field goal attempts per game. In accordance, his points per game increased by 47.2%, from 16.3 to 24. Brunson became a star, and it was instantly evident that the Knicks got a steal when they signed Brunson to a 4-year, $104 million contract deal. However, that was when Julius Randle was the 1 and Jalen Brunson was the 1A. The Knicks had no idea what they truly had in Brunson as the number 1 guy. The 2023-2024 season was when Jalen Brunson reached his full potential. Julius Randle struggled with multiple injuries. Randle only played in 46 games and wasn't himself even when he did play, making Brunson the number 1 guy. In addition, Brunson was now playing among his former college teammates, as the Knicks had brought in Donte DiVincenzo and Josh Hart as role players. Brunson was in his element and became the face of basketball in New York City by putting up an incredible season. He finished the regular season averaging 28.7 points, 6.7 assists, and 3.6 rebounds per game. In his great 2023-2024 season, Brunson earned himself his first All-Star selection and earned the Knicks the 2 seed in the Eastern Conference. Entering the playoffs, anticipation in New York was like never before. For the first time in years, the Knicks were contenders. New York faced Philadelphia in the first round of the playoffs. In Madison Square Garden, the Knicks got out to a 2-0 lead before the series went to Philadelphia. The 76ers won the first game in Philly, and a narrative began to spread, saying the Knicks weren't that much better and were only dominant at home. In Game 4, Jalen Brunson put that narrative to bed in style. Brunson went off for 10 assists and 47 points, the most points in a single playoff game by any Knick ever, and defeated the 76ers 97-92 in Philadelphia. Less than a week later, Brunson put up 12 assists and 41 points to beat the 76ers in Philly again and eliminate them from the playoffs. In the very first game of the Knicks' second-round matchup with the Indiana Pacers, Brunson shined yet again. Led by Brunson's 43, the Villanova trio combined for 92 points as the Knicks won 121-117. Jalen Brunson and the crew have been electric. They're rolling. The Boston Celtics are very good, but I think that the Knicks will most definitely give them a run for their money in the Eastern Conference Championship, led by Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson's only 27, but I can't wait to see how much he's accomplished with the New York Knicks when it's all said and done.
He's got 26 points working on 13 shots. He got fouled and he put it in. Jalen Brunson blossoming.
I thought he was all NBA last year. I thought he was an all-star last year. They didn't give it to him, and he's